There are a whole lot of videos out there with guys preparing their steaks using the reverse seared method or grilling them over hot coals. That's a great way to get a nice char on your steak. It produces steak with great flavor. Absolutely in favor of using your grill to prepare your steaks. But out of all of my grills and smokers, my Lone Star Grillz 20-inch smoker is still my favorite one to cook with. So today I'm going to do mine a little bit different. I'm going to smoke my steak, and that's also a great way to get good flavor on your steak. It's going to take a little bit longer, but that's all right. Hey barbecue family, my name is Kenyatta Robinson, and today I want to show you a different way of going about preparing your steak. We're going to do it low and slow. All you got to do is keep whatever smoker that you have between 225 and 275. You can even let it go as much as 325. That's okay. But this is just another alternative to doing the reverse sear method or grilling. It will also produce a very flavorful steak, and as far as I'm concerned, nothing beats the authentic wood barbecue flavor that comes off of an offset smoker. So stick around, I'll show you how I do it. The preparation for these steaks is really easy. All I'm going to use is kosher salt. I'm going to get kosher salt on both sides of these steaks and then let them sit in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. Let that salt pull out the moisture, just do what it does naturally. What we have here are 5 filet of mignon cuts. Now you can do this with whatever your favorite cut of steak is, ribeye, New York, T-bone, whatever you like. My family likes filet mignon the best, so that's what we're going with today. These are prime cuts. You can see the fine lines of fat running through. It's going to render down during the cook and give these steaks great flavor. I'm just going to go ahead, get some kosher salt on here, just pat it in gently. Then I also like to, since these are nice, pretty thick cuts, I picked these up at Sam's Club, so I try to get a little salt on the edges as well. Flip them over, just repeat the process. After these steaks have sat in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours, while I get the smoker up and ready, I'm going to just come back and hit them with another rub. Now, you have many options, and you can do whatever you like best. A lot of people just do salt and pepper, and you will get some fine steaks if you do it that way. I've always liked Montreal steak seasoning from Grill Mates. You can pick this up, pretty much any grocery store is gonna have this. I think this is a nice coarse rub that always provides great flavor. But lately, and I think what I'm gonna do today, lately I've been using Swine Life's Prime Beef Rub. This is some good stuff as well, and I think I'm gonna go with this one today. But again, just use whatever your favorite rub, seasoning, salt and pepper, whatever combination you like best on your steaks. After you've let them sit for a couple of hours, just come back. You don't have to overdo it with the rub, but whatever you like, put it on there while you get your smoker up to temperature. It's going to give you some great flavor. You really can't go wrong with a nice rub and some great steak cuts like these. So we'll come back in a couple of hours, show you the rest of the process. The smoker is up to temperature. The steaks sat with that salt, pulling out the moisture for over 2 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these on the smoker. I'm looking to keep my temperature between 225, 275. I find that with the stick burner, you're not going to be able to manage that temperature super precise, so I give myself a nice range. I feel like my LSG tends to like to hang out at about 240 to 250. So we got that closed up. Steaks are on. And basically, the hard part is over. I mean, really, the hardest part to all of this was just getting the smoker set up, because again, the process for the steaks was really simple. So now just gonna sit back, let that smoke do its thing, get these steaks nice and flavorful, and I will probably check back on them in about 1 hour, start checking the internal temperature and see where we're at. All right guys, the steaks have been on for 1 hour. So we're gonna take a look. Basically, the two steaks on the left are pretty much ready for me to take off of the smoker. And I'm gonna leave the other three on for a little bit longer, maybe give them about 10-15 minutes. But let me tell you, there are a lot of different ways that you can go about this. So you could smoke these steaks, maybe smoke them for 30 minutes, and then go ahead, put them on a hot grill, do a reverse sear. You could do that. The LSG has a grate that you can put inside of your firebox, give them a really quick flash sear. Or you could take the steaks, you could utilize the griddle top over here. I'm trying to get you guys a better look, but I could utilize the griddle to finish off the steaks that way. I could get a cast iron skillet, put them on top of the griddle. I could do it that way. Lots of different options. Or you could do like I'm doing and just smoke them all the way. So that was my preference for today. But again, lots of different ways you could go about finishing off these steaks. Again, I wanted to get as much of a smoke flavor on these steaks as possible. I'm gonna get these two steaks in the house, let them rest, let the other three continue cooking. Like I said, probably another 10-15 minutes will get them to where my family likes them to be. Then I'm gonna cut into one of these babies, see what we got. All right guys, these steaks have rested. I've gotten them cut. There's nothing left to do but to give it a taste. It never fails to disappoint. Smoking these fillets, even though I take them probably further along than most of you do, it's still extremely tender. Filet is a tender cut. So I'm very happy. I'm very pleased with the turnout. For me, it's kind of the best of all worlds because my family loves filet. It gives me another chance to use my LSG stick burner. So let me know what you think of the process. Again, this is really simple. I just salt these steaks a couple of hours in advance, get my stick burner ready to smoke between 225 and 275. Only takes about an hour, maybe less, depending on how well you want your steaks to be. So this process gets a nice smoke flavor on your steaks. You don't get that sear, but you do have the option. You can smoke it for a little while, then do a reverse sear on it. Afterwards, you can do the reverse sear if you have a stick burner like the LSG. You know, you could do the reverse sear, maybe using the grate inside of the firebox, or if it has a griddle top, or if you have another grill, fire it up while the steaks are smoking. You could do the reverse sear that way on that grill. Lots of options. This is a great way to get a good smoke flavor on your steaks. Let me know what you think in the comments, whether or not this is a process that you've tried or that you think you will try. Love to hear from you guys. Always appreciate the ongoing support. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do that. Hit that like button. Again, this is Kenyatta Robinson. Thank you for hanging out with me on the Backyard Smokemaster Barbecue channel. Check out the website, backyardsmokemaster.com. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.